My name is Wairimu Macharia. I am the co-founder and director at Fringe Graph. At Fringe Graph, we work with organizations and individuals to help them make the most of their data. That takes different forms. We do run data storytelling fellowships. We do consultancies with organizations and help them to understand their data and how to use it more effectively in their work. I enjoy quite a number of things in my work. So I like that light bulb moment when people are able to say, aha. So when they find insights in their work that they hadn't seen before, when they're able to use their existing data to be able to glean insights into their work, it's very, very exciting. And even more recently, working with the fellows at Baraza Media Lab, seeing their stories come to life and how they weaved in the data in their stories was very exciting to see it all come together. I think the data storytelling course is important for a few reasons. One of the reasons is that we're living in an age of misinformation and disinformation. So when we use data in our stories, we root it in evidence. So we are able to track and see where did that data come from? Is it relevant to the story that is being told? It just gives it more credence. Then also communicators, and especially the demographic that we are targeting, a lot of them do work in communications in some form. Either they're journalists, they work in grassroots organization, and it's very, very critical for them to have information or share information that is credible. And the only way that you can have that credibility is if it has data, because data speaks to the strength of whatever it is you're trying to communicate. That's a good question, yeah. So the thing about data is that it gives credibility. When you have numbers to back what it is you're saying, it just gives it more credence. It's not enough for me to say, this is happening in this place. So for example, and especially when you're doing reporting on certain issues, it's not enough to say people are dying of this disease or people are being harassed by the police. When you have actual hard numbers, the facts themselves, it speaks more clearly and more, it gives credibility to whatever it is that you're trying to say. So the data does support and gives the story a backbone. So it ceases to be anecdotal, and it moves from the space of being anecdotal and moves into the space of giving it more weight. It gives a story more weight. So they'd expect a couple of things. So this is a foundational course, and it starts them off on the journey of understanding how to find the data, clean the data, and also learn about bias in data as well. Just getting them started on that journey, then learning how to use that data to tell stories and actually visualize those stories. So it starts you off on that journey of understanding, okay, what makes most sense for my story? How can I get this data? How can I clean this data? How can I work with various tools to make the most of this data that I have to tell my stories? Then basically, and polish up that story in order to publish it in a way that makes sense to an end audience.